Hey guys, what's up? This is Anye coming at you, talking to you about my breast reduction recovery story. So, there are plenty of recovery stories out here for you to watch, talk about, articles to read, and all that stuff. But I really felt led to share my story and a little bit more about myself than I normally would on my Instagram. So, here we go. So, I'm gonna start by just sharing why I got the surgery. Um, I've had large breasts since the fourth grade. So if you know me personally, or if you watch me for a long time, or see me, especially if you know me from Baltimore, you're kind of already aware that I've always had a large um, breast and all that. So I remember, I think in like the fourth grade, I probably wore a training bra for probably like a good solid 2 weeks before I was in like a regular like B cup or whatever bra. So by the time I got to the sixth grade, I was definitely like a good C, a C, D. And by the time I got to high school, especially graduating, I was definitely around probably like a G area. So as you already know, I definitely developed really quickly with puberty and all that stuff. But yeah, pretty much because I developed so quickly at a young age, um, I got, I did a lot with, it played a role a lot into like how I saw myself. So I did have like poor self-esteem, um, low self-confidence, poor body image, things like that, just because I felt uncomfortable in my own body. And then at times, because I was so developed, whether I was getting a lot of attention from grown men or guys that went to my school, or even in college, like I always felt like I was seen as just Anya, the girl with the big breasts. Like that's really how I felt, that people looked at me. Not now that I'm grown. Even before I had the surgery, I didn't feel like people looked at me like that. But when I was younger, I definitely felt that way. It was like I tried to do anything I could to hide them, wear larger clothes. I remember one time specifically, I was probably a good, I think it was like 12 years old. And I remember I was at a party, like a kid's birthday party at ESPN Zone. Shout out to Baltimore. But it was ESPN Zone. And like I said, I was like 12 years old. And I remember, so pretty much this is a place where like you can go and like play like arcade games and have food, kind of like a Dave and Buster's type of feel. And I remember my aunt had this really long sweater that she let me wear, and I remember I was sweating so hard because it was so hot, but I refused to take that sweater off because I felt like my breasts were out. I had on a pretty like a similar shirt to this, but I just felt like it was too tight and like you could just see everything. I kept that sweater on the entire time. I think I finally took it off when I got into the car, but I remember I was sweating, like sweat just rolling down. My aunt would ask me like, "You fine? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just want to be normal. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to just play with my friends and not worry about them looking at my boobs." Um, but honestly, that kind of mindset followed me up into adulthood, and now that I'm 25 and everything, and today was this October 10th, makes it exactly 3 weeks post my breast reduction procedure, breast reduction surgery, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Um, like I said before, I watched and read a lot of articles and videos so that I could know what to expect. But what they didn't really tell you was like the bad stuff. And I hate to say the bad stuff, but I feel like I mean, of course, every woman's experience is going to be different, but nobody really tells you or talks to you about emotionally what you go through and mentally what you go through when getting a surgery like this. Um, so I'm sure whether you got, lipo or whatever, like you can kind of identify, but I just feel like because if this really wasn't a cosmetic surgery, I'm like, yeah, I do look better in my opinion, not necessarily better, but I look slimmer than I did before. But they don't really tell you what you are opening yourself up to and what you're gonna go through because of this type of surgery. So, like I said, I've had big breasts since the 4th grade, and it's just been a part of my identity. You know what I mean? I've always literally carried this around, and so it almost felt like you are losing a part of yourself. I had a couple of friends like text me just to check on me before the surgery, like, hey, how you feel about your surgery? Are you excited? Are you this? Are you that? Or whatever. And for the most part, I kept giving like a lot of cliche answers, like, yes, I'm so excited and I'm this and I'm that. But deep down inside, I was like nervous. You know what I mean? I was like excited, but then a part of me was like, wow, you're really about to do this. It's almost like, letting go or cutting off a part of your identity, a part of something that, makes you a woman and shows femininity and things like that. And it just really, I didn't give myself a lot of time to process what exactly I was doing before my surgery because I was getting emotional. And I was like, if I get too emotional, I didn't think I was necessarily gonna talk myself out of it, but I knew like the day of the surgery I would have been a mess. And I was like, I'll just, go through it and it'll be fine. So I kind of like made myself busy on purpose before my surgery just so that mentally I didn't have to like really think about it. But the week after the surgery, so like recovery, that was super challenging. Like more so mentally, emotionally than more so than physically. So like I said, it felt like you kind of like you're getting rid of your like a part of your identity and yourself. But I can definitely say like the articles out here and these other videos, they don't tell you, not saying that you're gonna be, but they don't say it's a possibility that you might be depressed. Like, because, your whole world just changed. And, yeah, you may lose weight and you'll look better and like also the, vain stuff, but it's just like, man, I really did that. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna get that part of my body back. You know what I mean? Like my life is forever changed because of this. And I definitely don't regret my decision for getting the surgery, but I definitely wish I would have took more time to process what was happening before it got to a point of where like I was depressed for a week. A lot of things I couldn't do for myself, waiting on people, have people to help me. And not saying I'm not thankful for that, but it definitely, I felt like, was another level or another layer to something else to, work through mentally. So, yeah, that was definitely a challenge. But with that though, like I was saying, I had wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friends and family that really, really helped me. So if I didn't experience anything in the whole wide world during this time that I've been off of work for the last 3 weeks, I've experienced so much of God's favor, goodness, and grace. Like since I've been off of work, so many blessings since I've been off of work over the last 3 weeks that I did not expect to happen. People called me, sent me gifts, came over to visit me, spent the night with me, like just really, really, really like showed so much love since I've been off work. And I definitely felt you know, one, appreciated but also loved. And that really helped me a whole lot. If any of y'all watching the video, if y'all text or called me, came by to see me or whatever, thank you. Thank you so much, because it was hard. It was hard, like super hard. But I'm so thankful to have the support system that I have, and have the friends that I have the family that I have, because I really can't imagine people going through something like this by themselves, or not having somebody to talk to, or people to be there with them as they recover, because recovery, it was no joke. And it's still no joke. I mean, I'm 3 weeks out, and now I'm actually, you know, healthy enough and healed enough to go back to work, but I can't imagine going through this by myself. So get you a good community, guys. Like, they really gonna be there for you. It's a lot of clothes that I can wear now, a lot of different things I can do. Not too much, because, you know, I'm still healing, but I know my whole life has just changed. And I'm definitely excited about more leaps and bounds I can take in my life now, because of the surgery. I didn't talk about it before, but I definitely experienced a lot of pain when I did have my breast. So just to clarify, I went from before my surgery, I was working a lot on my health and a lot of my weight. If you know me personally, you'll see how I eat at work. You'll see my workouts and stuff like that. But I went from, this was probably the largest I've ever been in as far as my breast size, but I was a 32 double J. And I went down to, I still don't know technically now what I am, because I still haven't been out to get measured yet, because like the swelling and stuff like that. But I'm definitely around like a CD now, like a normal person. But yes, so I went down pretty significantly, and I'm actually going to probably show like a picture of one of my bras, just like show like, you know, the before and after. But man, I lost a lot. I lost a lot of weight. But I had a lot of pain like in my neck, and especially like doing hair, you know, with like the blow drying and flat ironing and shampooing and all that. Like by the time I got to my third client, my neck was killing me. Like my neck, my shoulders, sometimes I had to stop and like stretch it out, you know, and rotate, you know, do some stretch exercises and then get back to work. But as a hairstylist too, like I work pretty, you know, intense days where I'm there anywhere between like 8 to 12 hours every day. So it was just really definitely been an experience, and I pray that my honesty and transparency with someone like through this video will be able to touch you in some way, shape, or form. And it's easy to identify people who are real. You know what I mean? And so like, yeah, I'm a hairstylist, and yeah, I post hair all day, every day on my Instagram, and pretty pictures and all that stuff. But I just wanted just to share a real, transparent, vulnerable moment in my life. And who knows, I might post more. But I am very glad that I made the decision to do the surgery. My neck feels amazing. My back feels amazing. And I'm ready to do things that I can never do before. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me, slide in my DMs on Instagram, or just holla at me. So, bye.